Okay, so hello everyone. I'm pretty sure you're all aware about some of the figures and that are, well, for some of the figures are turning yellow. And specifically for this toy line, I'm going to be talking about Transformer figures in different toy lines. And my name is Martin. And so yeah, so the figures I have are the figures I just picked out that are turning yellow. So I have 6 of them here, and there are some other figures I currently have that might have turned yellow. So the issuing about the yellowing plastic is I don't know what kind of material Hasbro is using, whether it's the plastic or the paint material that's mixed and making these figures go yellow. I'm sure it's not the first time that this has ever happened, but this is actually kind of happening to me in my current figures. And for my current figures, from Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom, but also Legacy. So mainly for the newest figures are coming out. Like for example, the Studio Series 86 of Core Class Spike Witwicky. I heard that figure is turning yellow. I think the part that is turning yellow is where the wheels are at and the soldier piece. And let's see what else. I heard that Motormaster, he's also turning yellow. I wouldn't say Motormaster the figure himself is turning yellow, because all I know from pictures I've seen, they said that parts of the trailer is turning yellow. I haven't seen any pictures of the figure himself that he's turning yellow. So Motormaster, I currently don't have the figure of Motormaster just yet to know if he is turning yellow or not. Because the only thing that's turning yellow in that particular figure is just his trailer, at least the parts of the trailer. I've seen photos of it, and that's clearly currently a new figure. And I don't know why Hasbro is letting this go. And so that's 2 figures that, for what all people know of, that are turning yellow. I'm not sure about the other figures that are coming in the future. And so right now, what I have right now are these 6 figures. So what I'm going to start off first is Tigertron. Yeah, when I first got this figure, he was brand new. Had him for quite a while, and he does look pretty cool. But until like a few months later, I think it was a few months later, he's starting. Some of the parts of him is starting to turn yellow. So the parts that are turning yellow is right at the waist area. That's turning yellow, and of course in the hip joints, they're also turning yellow. Let me see what else is turning yellow. The hands are also turning yellow. So I don't know if you can see they're turning yellow. Even the gun barrel is turning yellow. And let's see what else is turning yellow. Oh yeah, inside the arm joints, they're also turning yellow. The torque oils colors, they're not turning yellow, so thank God for that. Let me see what else. And also for the paws, the ball joints, those ones are turning yellow. The paws are not turning yellow, but these parts for the joints are turning yellow. And you may see this in the back. This is turning yellow. This joint right here is turning yellow, and also the heel is turning yellow. But there is an easier way to fix them. The hardest part about fixing them and to de-yellow them, it's tearing them apart, and it just kind of put some, what was it called, liquid, or is it hydrogen or something like that? I don't remember. But I know there's YouTube tutorials about that. I've gone to several of them, and there was like good advice on how to use them and how long you need to keep them there. So those I'm aware of. I'm aware of those. I'm just, for future generations or whoever currently has these figures, whoever has these figures brand new that are not turning yellow, just be aware that they might turn yellow, or probably not might, but they will turn yellow, because depends on the humidity and light source or whatever is going on in I don't know what that word is called. Well, just say your surroundings or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, there is an easier way to fix these figures. So Tigertron, yeah, he's turning yellow. And my Mutant Tigertron, consider myself lucky he's not turning yellow. Even though he does have the torque oils, plastic, sometimes those can turn yellow. And I do have a figure with me right now, but I'll get to him in a moment. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Tigertron. So yeah, so I'm kind of disappointed at Hasbro. So, and what I have next now is the Earthrise Megatron. When I first got Earthrise Megatron, he wasn't yellow at all. So the parts that are yellow on him is his upper legs. Those are turning yellow. And let's see what else is turning yellow. Let me open them up. Okay, and his elbow joints, both of them, they're also turning yellow. The shoulder joints are also turning yellow, and even the neck joint, and of course that flat piece right there that's connected to the neck joint, is also turning yellow. And I think that's pretty much it that's turning yellow, so that's pretty disappointing. And yes, my my G2 Megatron, the Generation Selects Megatron, it's also turning yellow as well. So that's really disappointing. And I don't know why Hasbro is... I hope to God Hasbro is actually fixing this issue, because if they don't fix this issue right away, there could be a possibility that... I don't know if this will be a possibility, but this is for everyone's opinion. I got a feeling that Hasbro's company will go down because of this is happening. If this is going to continue happening in newer figures, people may not buy their products anymore. Whether it's Transformers, Marvel, Star Wars, or Power Rangers, or anything that's Hasbro products, like mainly the figures, I would say. The other Hasbro products, I'm sure those ones are fine. But if this happens to in one of those main lanes of those figures, especially exclusive expensive figures as well, and that one I'm going to get to in a moment, and everyone's already aware of it. So yeah, if this keeps up, many people may not buy their products anymore, and I may be one of them as well, because that's really going to hurt everyone that they're really a big fan of these figures. Not only, like I said, not only Transformers, but other toy lines. So yeah, and yeah, it's not just Hasbro. I mean, there are other toy companies that are having the same issue, but yeah, I mean, so not only the Earthrise Megatron, but I'm also getting it for my Siege Megatron. That's where we're going to right now. My Siege Megatron has a lot worse than the Earthrise. Now, with Siege Megatron, the parts that are turning yellow, of course, obviously the lower legs are yellowing, especially that part is yellowing. This part is yellowing, and even the heel piece is yellowing. So yeah. And the elbow joints are yellowing. Shoulder joints, yes, they're yellowing. The neck joint right here is also yellowing. Even the sword himself, the sword itself, I mean, is also yellowing. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but let me try to... this part is also yellowing. And here's the worst part. I just got this figure upgraded with Toy Hack's Repro labels. Now the hardest part is that, well, consider myself lucky none of these yellowing parts have labels on them, so I'm surely there is an easier way for me to kind of fix them, except for the heel parts. So the heel parts, I may have to purchase another set of labels in order for me to get these heels, for example, to be de-yellowed. So, while I was watching the tutorials, I was kind of scared that I'm afraid that I might screw up my figures to de-yellow them. But that's why I had to find like some other ways to kind of practice on that, just to kind of practice on the de-yellowing status. So I had to find like some sort of figure that I don't care about, or buy another figure that's also having the same issue and use that as my test subject, which would be a waste of money. So anyways, so now the part I said about even exclusive figures are getting yellowing, and before I show you him, there's one exclusive figure that everyone's very concerned about, and sadly I don't even have them on pre-order, or it's from the HasLab from Hasbro Pulse, and that is Star Saber. People were concerned about Star Saber being yellowing. We don't know if that figure's having an issue. If it does have an issue, that's like, how much is that figure? Like $100 or $200 figure? If that figure does turn yellow, Hasbro, you got to use a different type of plastic that doesn't turn yellow. I mean, I get it might be a cheaper way, but still, it's like ruining the figures. You're like destroying your own products. I mean, it's not just you, Hasbro. I mean, surely there are other companies, but they were like, you got to use a different type of plastic that doesn't turn yellow, or else fans are not going to be happy about this when you're doing this. I mean, Hasbro, granted, I am a big fan of you. I love all your products and your good work, but this type of work is clearly, I want to say, I don't know if it's unacceptable, but I want to say it is unacceptable, because people buy these products from you and they want to be happy. You want your customers to be happy, but this is not making them happy. This is really starting to piss them off. And they spend good money on you guys to make more good figures out of them. And now these good figures are turning bad figures. Now let me get to the figure that's the exclusive. The Hasbro Pulse exclusive Shatterglass Starscream. Now, this Starscream is getting a lot worse. So the yellowing part on this Starscream is on the elbows and the upper elbow, the upper arm. That's turning yellow. Even the shoulder piece is turning yellow. Even inside the chest area is turning yellow. This piece is turning yellow. And part of the wing joints are turning yellow. And yes, even this is turning yellow. And that. I paid like 40 bucks for this figure. And yes, I know this figure is sold out in Hasbro Pulse, but it wouldn't matter anyways, because if Hasbro Pulse still had this figure in their package, like completely in package, it wouldn't matter. It would not be new anyways, because it's already yellowing. And yeah, Hasbro, this is, I mean, let's just say, for example, if this was used by the same plastic as it is, I mean, look at the comparisons. Okay, let me turn this leg. This is yellowing. Why can't Hasbro? Why can't you use the same plastic as this for these joints? It would. I mean, they avoid of getting yellow, and I don't know what type of plastic this is, but why can't you use the same plastic that you use for the leg, for example? Because it doesn't turn yellow, and if it does have the same, if this had the same plastic as the leg, it would not have that issue. I'm just using the legs for example. If it goes for the other parts, then it would not have that issue. So Hasbro, you gotta get your shit together, because I really want to see new figures on what you're gonna make. I'm a big fan of not only Transformers, but also other of your products as well. So yeah, again, people, there is an easier way to fix them. There's tutorials out there how to fix them. Just be aware that these figures can turn yellow. It's not that they will, but I want to say it's like around 50-50. So yeah. And the part that I said that my Mutant Tigertron that has torque oil parts that are not turning yellow, and there are some torque oils that can. Here is my Generation Selects G2 Ramjet. And this figure I have upgraded also with Toy Hacks labels. And he has it worse on the arms. You can tell the arms are turning yellow. It's really nasty, especially. And even the soldier piece. And you can see they're turning yellow as well. Even the neck piece right there, I don't know if you can see it, but that neck piece is also turning yellow. Let's see what else is turning yellow. Oh, the gun falls off again. We'll put that on the side, okay. And I don't know if you can see this, but even the hip joints are turning yellow. Let's see, and also the knee joints as well. I think this one has the most. I know the knee joint is getting it too, but it's kind of... Yeah, definitely the knee joints are getting it as well. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it is definitely getting it as well. And for the feet are fine, the heels are fine, the engine part is fine. But also, it's not only the torque oils, but it's all... oops. Let me try and get this. Okay, so... alrighty, so... And not only the torque oils are getting yellow, but also the purple pieces, or at least this purple piece. I don't know if you can see it, but it may not appear on camera, but I'm looking at it with my own eyes. This piece right here is also turning yellow. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. So yeah, and finally, this piece right here, where the tips of the wings, of the jet motor is right here. On both of these, these two are also turning yellow. So yeah, and I also have this other figure. I don't have one with me. I do have the figure, but I also upgraded with Toy Hacks, and I got it for Christmas last year, and that is Generation Select's G2 Sandstorm, and he's also yellowing as well. And I'm pretty upset with this Hasbro, really, literally. All right, last but not least, Walmart exclusive Netflix Soundwave. When I first got this figure, he was not yellowing at all, but now he is. And his upper legs, yellowing. His this side piece right here is also yellowing. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but when you're having this in hand, you know that this figure is actually yellowing on the blue plastic. Even the back piece, the gun itself, pretty much every part of it, of the joints that are, the joint parts, they're all yellowing. They're all turning yellowing, and that includes the blue parts too. So again, yes, there is an easier way to fix them, but I don't know if Hasbro is actually fixing the problem of these figures, because I do want to see new figures, and I'm worried about, you know, the newer figures that are coming out with Transformers Legacy and Studio Series, even the Japanese exclusives. For my Siege Megatron, I have the premium finish of Siege Megatron. He's not yellowing at all, or at least not that I know of. I hope to God he doesn't. And I heard that some people say that their Shatterglass Megatron is yellowing, but technically he's not really yellowing. But I really don't know if he's yellowing because he's, you know, more creamy white. Because I do know, because when he was first released, he was still creamy white. And he's not yellowing at all, but if he is, then I would know. But there are some of my figures that are turning yellowing. I don't know which, but I do know which ones that are. But Hasbro, please fix this issue. If you had to do a reissue on one of these figures, please do a reissue on Starscream. And if you do make a reissue of Starscream, please make it a Walmart exclusive at least, because it isn't fair for people to get it from Hasbro Pulse and it ends up being sold out. But make it like a shared exclusive. Put it on Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon or any online website for it to get the reissue of this Starscream. If it has to be one reissue, Hasbro, at least Starscream, because this is my favorite figure of Starscream, because I really do like this version. And that would make the, you know, to make the customers happy. I mean, just think about that. I mean, think about the company, think about the customers that you're going to make happy with, and they want to spend their money on your product, so that way you can use that money to build more new action figures or new other products. Because right now, I don't know, because you might be losing money if this is happening on current new figures that are coming out this year and also later on in the year. So yeah, so that's my issue review on the yellowing on these figures, and also other items as well from different companies. So people, just be aware. Just try not to be negative. I'm trying not to be negative, but it kind of sounds like I am being negative, Hasbro. But I just want them to kind of fix that issue in order for us to be happy with these products that they're making. Again, Hasbro, I am a big fan of yours, and I really do love your Transformer figures and the figures that you make them from over the years while growing up. So please, we can't have this issue in future generations of Transformers, especially for younger fans. You just got to think about the happiness of your customers who enjoy these figures. So please have those checked out and fixed. So that's all the time that I have for right now. All right.